And as promised, the second video, which features the backtrack for you to jam along with, I'm going to play along as well, just so that the video you can see where the chords are. So if you get a bit stuck, you can use my hand position as a reference for you. And what I'd really like you to do is maybe try and improvise along with this track and send me a copy of what you're doing. If there's any questions, let me know if you're not sure about what's actually happening inside there. Remember, just because you're in the key of C doesn't mean you have to play the C major scale. It means you can play the A minor pentatonic, the A minor scale, the A minor blues scale. You can even go to the E Phrygian, the D Dorian. Any one of the modes or scales that are related to the key you're improvising in, because in essence they all contain the same relevant notes to the chord or to the keys that you're using for those chords. Okay, so enough talking, let's get the backtrack on and I'll be jamming along with it. Here we go. F major 7. There's quite an interesting tension that we create here when we end on that F major 7 chord, because you're actually ending on the 4th position, which is actually the Lydian for those that know the music theory and the modal theory. But enough of that. The purpose of this, or the goal rather of this video, is to get us to improvise to each pair of chords. Now what this does is to force us to make sure we don't improvise too long. I'm sure you might have had some mates sort of, you start jamming with them and they're just solo and solo, they don't know when to stop. And that's actually a problem, because if you don't know when to stop, it means you don't know where you are in the chord structure, possibly. You could get in the way of the singer. Imagine the singer's trying to sing and you going like that in the background. The singer's going to get frustrated because you're putting a sort of a counter melody to him. So it's not a good idea to improv when the singer's busy going. Now, with this over here, because every second bar it changes, first bar, second bar, change, change. It forces you to finish off your phrasing in a dedicated time space. So there's enough time to sort of shred it a little bit. So you can go a bit crazy if you really want to, but it forces you to stop the craziness in time so that you can go to the next key at the right time, because if it don't change at the right time, it's going to sound really, really bad. Okay, so when improvising with this, if you keep track of where am I in the song. I'm now with the first bar, I'm going to the second bar, third bar is my new key, where do I find it? And regarding your scales to use as well, you'll notice that when I was playing in the key of C, I basically played from A minor. Not because I think A minor is better than C major, because in essence it's exactly the same thing. They both got the same notes. I'm just more familiar with that scale shape, and I did cross over to the major scale shape over here as well when I'm inside the Ionian shape. So it's a nice little crossover to get to understand how the modes are interlinked together. It helps you join the modes together. So when I'm in the key of C, for example, I can play a C major scale, I can play a Aeolian, I could have played G Mixolydian if I had wanted to, I could have played D Dorian if I wanted to, I could have played E Phrygian, and I could also have gone to the Lydian and Locrians. There's a reason why I leave those two modes up, but that's a video for another day. Now when I go to bar 3 and I've changed from the key of C to the key of B flat, all that's really happened on guitar is I've moved everything 2 frets down. So my A minor is now G minor, my C major is now B flat major, my D Dorian is now C Dorian, my E Phrygian has become D Phrygian, and so on the whole way through. So all my scales are simply just shifted. So I'm not really playing new scales in the way of actual physical shape. I've just shifted the shape up by 2 frets on the guitar neck. So my natural minor, for example, A natural minor, G natural minor, F natural minor, and that actually follows the same key changes actually used inside the chord structure you just jammed along. Okay, so I'm hoping that you rewind this video quite a lot and you're jamming a lot with it. On the positions, because end of the day you want to solo anywhere on the guitar to any key. So if you're not sure of the positions, how they work, drop me a WhatsApp, drop me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you with this. My email is ianfisser7@gmail.com, but it will be on the YouTube channel as well, so please feel free to use it. And I can help you understand where do I play what. Okay. I'm going to start with a Phrygian this time on E, which happens to be in the same key as C major, just to show the different ways to play the same keys, because E Phrygian has the same notes as C major, which has the same notes as A minor. So I could actually use any of those scales as mentioned just before the quick break in this video. But here we do this. Okay, E Phrygian. Next Phrygian. Now the next one would actually be back to the original key of E, or E Phrygian rather, but I'm going to take it back to the natural minor now and overdrive it. To match the F chord, and it just creates so much suspense. Okay, that's basically the Lydian kicking in, but that's a modal discussion for another day. And I hope you enjoyed the jam. Have lots of fun with the track, rewind it, send me some videos, you got my contact details, and have an awesome day. Thank you.